Okay. Okay, I'm a little late with the video, but what we're doing is we are replacing the exhaust back pressure sensor on a 2010 Ford F-250 Super Duty 6.4 liter. And pretty simple procedure. I actually looked at a couple of videos to figure out how to do it, but what the videos didn't show you was like actually how to do it. They would just cut and be like, yeah, so I took that part off and I put the other part on. They didn't show you the process. So the first thing you got to do is, okay, so you see that, and that's the exhaust back pressure tube, and that little top part is the sensor. I don't know if I can get it to focus, but if you're trying to do this, you know what I'm talking about. So the thing you got to do is, I've already pulled it off, but you got to loosen. There's a 10mm bolt holding this little assembly, attaching it to the turbo. So if you look, this is all one piece right here. You need to get this bolt off so that you can disconnect that piece. And there's a wire that goes in the top. I've already taken that off too. I didn't really think to record this until I had done those few things, but it took me a while to do it because it's back sort of underneath it's back behind the turbo, so it's really hard to get a wrench around. I definitely recommend you getting a extension with a deep 10mm deep socket, and that will make it a little bit easier. Okay, so now what I got to do is I got to crawl underneath the truck and remove this piece. So I got to get there and unscrew that through the wheel well at the bottom of the truck, which is also going to be tricky. So I'm going to have to stop recording and then show you how to do that. Okay. All right, so I didn't want to come back until I had figured out how I was going to access the other side of the sensor tube, and took some creative thinking, but I've kind of figured it out. All right, so what you got to do, and this is what was missing from all the videos that I saw. So the way I was figured out how to access it, you kind of got to do a little contorting, but you don't have to take anything apart. If you know how to work, okay. If you get underneath the truck, so it probably helps if you have like a dolly or something. I don't, but right there, engine's a little hot. I just recently turned it off from running. But anyway, but right there is where the bottom part of the tube is. So that's why I'm all contorted underneath the truck, trying to get that off. It's a pretty long way up there, but you do have a little room to get a wrench around it and get it to turn. So I've already broken it, so I can loosen the rest by hand, and so I'm going to do that. So it's just me loosening it by hand to get it off. Oh, something dropped in my eye. Probably should have worn safety goggles, but that should be it. So now it's just like dangling there. So I'm gonna go back up top and check it out. Oh yeah, look, there's soot on my, let's see. Yeah, there's some soot on my finger just from barely unscrewing it, so I know it's clogged. Okay, let's go check it out. Okay, so as you can see now, piece is fully detached. So, just gotta go in here and pull it out. Oh, shit, okay. And bam, it's out. Okay, so that's the end of this video, because there's plenty of videos on this procedure and how to do it. I just think that they were lacking in the detail of actually getting the component out. So now we solved that. Okay, so I just got done, and I have some final notes on this exhaust back pressure sensor replacement job for your 6.4 liter engine. Okay, so this is the old piece, right? This is a piece that was removed, and I did the video on taking it off. Putting it back on though, so a tip is start with the bottom piece first. It seems like you should attach the top piece first, but there may be some bending required in this pipe, in this tube, I mean, to get it to seat right. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. It's allergies around here. But yeah. So attach this piece first, and then it'll require a little bit of bending to get this piece on. On your new piece, this and this are going to be unset. So this will be freely spinning on your new piece. So what you want to do is, before you put this into the vehicle, you want to tighten these two pieces up. You want to snug them up before you start attaching. So then you attach this piece and adjust the pipe, put a little pressure on it, bend it to get it to reseat to the top of the turbo. Okay, so those are my final tips. Hope that works.